Okay guys, welcome to my haul for August 2020. Like I said in my shelf tour video, I'm moving soon, so I'm probably not going to have a haul next month. The month after, maybe not, I'm not sure yet. We'll see. So I've got 3 books this month. 2 of them should have been in other months, and only one of them came from this month, but you'll understand when you see it. So the first one is Star Wars Age of the Republic hardcover. Now, I had the trades of Age of the Republic heroes and villains. I've done reviews of those on my channel. I'll leave a link in the description. But this is the hardcover that collects both of them, and I did say in my reviews of the trades that I hoped these would be released as a hardcover. Age of Rebellion has been released, and I'm not sure if Age of Resistance has been released or is due for release soon. But this contains every Age of Republic comic, so it's Darth Maul, Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Jango Fett, Anakin Skywalker, Count Dooku, Padme Amidala, and General Grievous, and the Special. And this matches up with all the other hardcovers that come with dust jackets, which I like. There's the boards. Pretty cool. I actually really liked this. It wasn't perfect, but it was definitely a step in the right direction when it comes to Disney doing Star Wars, because it wasn't about real world politics, it wasn't about Me Too stories. If anything, they added a bit of mystery, which I think Star Wars has severely been lacking under the Disney regime. I am planning on getting the Rebellion and Resistance hardcovers as well. This is a good story. This is the Qui-Gon one. It's nice to have these in oversized format, because some of the art in this is absolutely brilliant. Like, I love the art in the Darth Maul story. It perfectly matches the Darth Maul trade, the red one, not Son of Dathomir. And when you get art like this, I think it's a shame to keep it confined to such small pages when you could have them on bigger pages and show it all off. Now, what they seem to have done is put everything in chronological order. So you start with Qui-Gon, then you get Darth Maul, and both of these are obviously pre-episode 1. Then you get Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is somewhere between Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. You get Jango Fett, which is before Attack of the Clones, obviously. Then you get Anakin's story, which is during the Clone Wars. That's actually quite a good story. I'm not keen on the art. It's like they tried to make the Clone Wars art into a comic, and it doesn't work for me. But I like the story. I like the way they treated Anakin's character. And you get Dooku's. I mean, the art on this is just fantastic. I can't remember whether this is... No, this is during the Clone Wars, yeah. Look at that. That is brilliant. You know how sometimes I say I don't like digital art because digital artists can be lazy? This shows off what digital art could do. And it doesn't have the smooth gradient that some digital art has, but there is no mistaking this is Christopher Lee, right? But there are times, particularly if you look at the Power Rangers, Soul of the Dragon and the Psychopath, that's digital art as well, but you can look at the characters and you wouldn't know just by looking that they're the characters they're supposed to be. You have to know going in that these are those characters, and that's the kind of laziness I'm talking about. Whereas here, digital art, no mistaking, Dooku. And you got Padme's story, which is boring because Padme has no personality. Even in this, is her personality is just democracy, and that's it. Grievous's story, I loved this because he doesn't understand, and he experiences this thing in an old Jedi temple, and it does a mind fuck on him, and he is so small-minded that he doesn't understand the concept that this Force thing is talking about, and it just goes completely over his head. Then you get the special, which has 3 stories in it. There's a Mace Windu one, which I think ended quite weirdly. Again, this is in my reviews of the trade, so if you want a deeper explanation, it's there. Then you get the Asajj Ventress story. I like the art on this. One thing I would have liked is, this is the last page of the Mace Windu story. This is the last page of the the first page of the Asajj Ventress story. I would have liked a page here, just because there are... Let's see if they got them in the back. Like that, very easily could have been the cover page for this. I know this was released as one issue with 3 stories, but still, just to break up the flow so you know it's a new story, they could have put that as a page there. I love this because it's got like orange and blue. That's a pretty cool picture. Nothing like the courtship of Princess Leia. So that's the end of Asajj's story, and then you get no, it's not an Anakin story, it's a Jar Jar Binks and Rex story. And I don't like the art in this, it's very basic. I mean, it kind of reminds me of kids' comics that came out when episode 1 came out, as well as the original Clone Wars series, the micro series. I want to say Genndy Tartakovsky, but honestly I've never bothered to learn the guy's name because it's so difficult to say. But yeah, Jar Jar Binks with a lightsaber, that's what Star Wars needed, wasn't it? And in between the issues you get these little summaries by people who are basically shills, they're Disney shills. Brian Young has a couple. So all the time he spent up Kathleen Kennedy's arsehole seems to be paying off, because I have no doubt he got paid for this. There you go, Ryan Young. And I think that's such a shame. Then you get designs, alternative cover art. This one really reminds me of... it's either the cover for episode 1 or episode 1 Adventures, the graphic novel. It's so similar. And that one, this is the Obi-Wan variant, that reminds me of the Obi-Wan Xbox game on the original Xbox One. This was the cover for Age of the Republic Heroes, the trade. I love that, that's brilliant. And this was the cover for Age of the Republic Heroes. I don't think there's anything extra in here that wasn't in both trades combined, because it's not an omnibus, it's just a hardcover that collects 2 trades in one, so you don't really get extras and stuff like that. So there you go, Age of the Republic, the hardcover. Now you may remember about 3 months ago I said I ordered something and it hasn't arrived, and it didn't arrive 2 months ago, didn't arrive 1 month ago, it arrived about 2 days ago. But I'm glad it did, because I now have volumes 1 to 8 of Transformers Phase 1. That's the entire Phase 1 complete now. I think before I move on to Phase 2, I'll probably move on to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because I'm more into the Turtles than I am Transformers. Now, I was really disappointed with the way this was packaged, because it came from America and it's got knocked corners. This was brand new, by the way, it's not a second-hand book. Basically the seller put it in, you know, one of those bags where it's lined with bubble wrap, and that's it, no other protection, no cardboard, no nothing. So going from America to England, all it had to protect it was a thin layer of cheap bubble wrap and a thin piece of envelope. Now this is, I thought this was really odd. Where are we? April 2020, 5th printing. And it has a ribbon. What the fuck? I've got another volume. I think it's volume 4? Might be volume 2, I can't remember. But that's the 2020 printing as well, and it didn't come with a ribbon. So I've got no idea what's going on there, why it's so inconsistent. But I don't care, I prefer it with a ribbon. If there isn't a ribbon, I don't care, because I'll just use a plain bookmark, but it's always nice when it comes with a ribbon. So this contains these books, they contain generally 1 or 2 main stories, and then the rest is all the spotlights. So the main story here is All Hail Megatron, and the rest of it is Coda. Now, I haven't read this, but I think Coda is like spotlights, but directly following All Hail Megatron. It's not a general spotlight like in the other books, it's specific to this, I think, so don't quote me on that. But I'm glad I got this, because volume 5 is by far and away the hardest volume to get in the 2020 reprints. Every reprint cycle, there's 1 or 2 books that are extremely difficult to get. Before the 2020 reprints, it was volume 2 and volume 4 that were hard to find, and this time it's volume 2 and volume 5. But I don't have to worry about that anymore, because I've got all of Phase 1 now. Phase 2 doesn't seem to be difficult to get at all. Oh, before I move on to the Turtles, I might buy the hardcover for the new series, what's it called? The World in Your Eyes, just so I can keep up with buying them as they come out, rather than having to chase them down through reprints. So yeah, I'm pleased I got that. And it, you know, that does piss me off. That really does piss me off. It didn't even have tracking this, so I got a refund for it. And I'm not letting them know it arrived. Because fuck them, it took 3 months. And it's damaged. So they can go fuck themselves. Now, the last book, which is the only book I actually got this month, because Transformers Volume 5 I bought a couple of months ago, and I planned to show it then, but it only arrived 2 days ago. Age of the Republic I got last month, I just forgot to show it off. But this one's something special, and Smurd P knows what it is, because I sent him a private message on Instagram, and I've been waiting to show this off, but I didn't want to show it off until the video's been uploaded. The Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus, Volume 3. DM cover. Now, this means a lot to me because I have the 2019 reprint of Volume 1 with the DM cover. I'm not sure when this was printed, but it's Volume 2 with the DM cover. And the first printing of Volume 4, which was in 2019, and this is the DM cover. So I now have the Amazing Spider-Man Volumes 1 to 4, all in direct market variants. And I have all the X-Men books, the reprints, pre-ordered, and I've got all of those as direct market variants. The only book, I think, where I want the Silver Age stuff to be not on the cover is Daredevil Volume 1, because I think Alex Ross's artwork on that particular book is fantastic, and it's much better than the Silver Age cover. Otherwise, usually I prefer the covers to match what's inside. Now this is brand new and sealed. And I'm so anal about my books. I will only get Marvel Omnibus if they have this logo, where it's Marvel, it's got the square on the outside, it's got the line. Because if you look at the Omnibus for the X-Men Volume 1 and 2, the original run, they have block writing. And I'm not keen on that. I like all my books to match. Someone commented on my shelf tour that it's OCD, and it probably is. So this collects the Amazing Spider-Man 68 to 104. And as I said, it's still sealed. So I have no idea how many openings of Spider-Man Volume 3 there are on YouTube, but I doubt there's many of them, so I saved it for this video. That's how good I am to you guys. I haven't even opened it and looked inside myself. It's got that new smell. Look, I know this is going to be reprinted in a couple of years, but I only have, when I bought this, I only had 4 books to go when it comes to collecting Spider-Man. So I figured, fuck it. Why not? Why wait a couple of years when I know I can get this now, and then I've only got 3 books left to get. They are Adjectiveless Spider-Man by McFarlane, Spider-Man vs. Venom, and Superior Foes of Spider-Man. This has the matte cover with the logo, which is standard for these Silver Age stuff. Back has nothing, so let's stretch this out a bit. There's no way I'm not stretching this. So this volume, I believe, has the first appearance of Michael Morbius. There's a Morbius Omnibus, which I have no intention of getting. I mean, other people can get it. I'm not judging them. If they want it, they can get it, but it doesn't appeal to me. Not in the slightest, to be honest. Sorry about the camera. Hopefully when I move I'll get the new mount I was talking about in another video. That mount will be more like a mic mount, where it's got 2 metal bars, clamps to the desk on one end, and the other end holds my phone. Whereas this is, what I'm using now is like a gooseneck thing, and it's basically suspension. So that's why it shakes. Oh yeah, Gwen Stacy's in this, I forgot. I've had volumes 1, 2 and 4 for so long. I forgot that she's still in this, because it's before volume 4. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's have a look at the eye. Yeah, good. All the pages, just right off the bat, they look, oh, there's the marble covering, which I like. Yeah, right off the bat, all the pages nice and bright and white. So this is 69 to 71, so about 2 years worth of stories there. Foreword by John Romita. All the artwork looks nice and clean. There's the Kingpin doing his training thing. So he did that before. Oh no, 71. I'm going to have to check when Frank Miller started writing Daredevil, because he was doing that then, and I'm not I think that was the late 70s. So I think the Kingpin doing his fighting came here first. John Romita's artwork, man. I love it. Sometimes it's funny and a bit weird, I don't know who inked his artwork. Is that Frank Castle? Marco. I wonder if it's Kane Marco. Or Flint Marco. Marco Kane, innit? And Flint Marco. So we've got scriptwriter Stan Lee, John Romita Jr. as innovator, Jim Mooney illustrator, Sam Rosen as letter. So I wonder, Jim Mooney illustrator, if he did the colours. So it's between him and John Romita who did the inking. But whoever did it, it really works with John Romita's artwork. I really don't like the lizard when he's drawn like that. And I know this is how he first appeared. But I love the way he looked in the 90s cartoon with that long snout. I think that looked so much better. And they took on this appearance of the lizard for the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie. And I just thought it looked stupid. It looked more like Bowser from the Mario Brothers movie than a big threat to me, at least. By the way, Black Widow's coming out. I might see it. There's all this stuff on the internet at the moment about, oh, Captain Marvel replaced Captain America in the Avengers. And I'm telling you, I called this about a year and a half ago on Twitter. And sadly, I got banned from Twitter. But I called it. I said, she will be the new Captain America. And I didn't mean literally Captain America. What I meant was, she's the most powerful of the group. We know Thor's going to be a woman. Iron Man will probably be a woman or a teenage girl. All the people that were in the Avengers have now gone off. They're either dead or they've gone off doing a side thing, like Captain America and the Falcon, you know. There's Morbius and the Man-Spider. So in terms of the new Avengers that we're going to get in this, I want to call it Phase 2, but it's more like phases 4 to 6. It's clearly going to be all female Avengers, Iron Woman, that sort of thing, and the leader of the group will be someone dressed in blue, red, and white with a star on their chest. Almost like she's the new Captain America. I called it a year and a half ago. I called it on Twitter. People called me stupid. Well, look who's fucking laughing now. Kazar. And that's it. And then you get covers. I've seen so many of these, I can't even remember if this is in another volume. I know Steve Ditko did one in volume 1, John Romita had one in volume 2, and it may be this one, but I don't think it is. So there's probably a full version of this. 1970, yeah, it's got to be in here. By the way, I'm not against female Avengers, I'm just against the way Disney's forcing this shit on people. They're doing it with Marvel now, they've already done it with Star Wars. Just give us a fucking break, will ya? Nobody's saying women can't be in stuff, nobody's saying LGBT people can't be in stuff. We're just saying it doesn't have to be every movie all the fucking time. You don't need to prove that women and LGBT people can be good characters by screaming it from the rooftops at anyone who will listen. You do it by making them good characters in movies and letting people judge for themselves, because they'll see those characters and they'll go, oh yeah, that was a good character. Regardless of whether it's a woman or LGBT, the quality has to come first, not the politics. And, you know, Disney's ruined Star Wars with it, and they're doing the same thing to Marvel. Sorry to end this haul on such a down note. Can I just say, I love the way the Spider-Man cartoon from the 90s ended, with him swinging along with Stan Lee and then Madam Web picking him up. Now, I was talking to It's a Trap Productions. He's a cool guy. You should check out his channel. Does streaming and game creations, all sorts of stuff. And we were talking about the 90s cartoon, and he was right about, like, there were a few flaws with it, because some things weren't wrapped up. And, like, Mary Jane, she disappeared. She fell into the Spots vortex when there was a fight with Spider-Man and the Green Goblin on the bridge, and she went missing, and then she came back, but it turned out it was a clone created by Miles Warren. That was his only appearance in the cartoon, by the way. They could have done a whole nother series which had Ben Reilly, even though he popped up in the last series as one of the alternate Spider-Men. But yeah, at the end of the cartoon, the very last scene is him and Madam Web flying off, and Madam Web says, "Let's go and get your Mary Jane back." So I think, even though we don't see it, it's implied that they do go and get her, because she can travel through time, space, dimensions. There's absolutely no reason why she wouldn't do it. So I think, even though we don't see it, it did happen. That's the way I like to think of it, because it's implied. This is the variant cover, and I don't like it. Like I said, I like my Silver Age stuff to have the Silver Age covers, except for Daredevil, because I'm not a big fan of Alex Ross. I'm really not. But I'll be damned if that Alex Ross Daredevil Volume 1 cover isn't better than the Silver Age cover. So, there you go. There is my haul for August 2020. And I hope you enjoyed it.